What are your top priorities right now as you sort of survey the landscape of your challenges? What are the ones that are at the top three, top five? I don't know. What?
Well, I think, first of all, we have to make sure that our community is safe. There's no question about that. No matter what else you do, if the community is not safe, it's not going to survive. Secondly, we're going to have to develop economically. We have to recognize that we can't continue to run businesses out of town.
I'm standing on Sonoma Boulevard. Some call this area a virtual supermarket for sex.
We have to find a way to encourage businesses. Now, what does that mean? That means that what we have done in the past, and I'm not trying to criticize people in the past.
Keep it real. That's the name of the show.
Just my views about where we are and where we need to be. And obviously people have different views.
I think the people have spoken.
Measure C did not authorize anybody to open up. My view is we've sat back and allowed people to come and tell us what they wanted our city to look like.
Right.
We've jumped at opportunities for economic development that did not necessarily fit a plan, nor am I certain that we had a plan about what the city should look like 20 years from now.
Right.
And so we need to be proactive. First, our council has established some priorities and some goals.
$1 deficit due in part to lost tax revenue from the housing crash and overspending on salaries and benefits for city personnel.
And we're going to continue to refine those. But our council needs to decide what it is our city needs to look like in the years to come, and then how to get there.
How to get there.
How do we get there? And so every development that comes along, we need to ask the question, does it fit where we intend to be 20 years? And build out what will our city look like.
Sure.
Does it fit the neighborhood? Does it fit the community?
Yeah.
Is it what we want in our community? And that's something we have not done.
Everybody who comes to town walks by the waterfront next to the ferry building and scratches their head and says, what is the dental office doing on the waterfront? It was a favor.
And once we decide what our community is going to look like, we need to proactively go out and recruit businesses to come to our community, not wait for them to come and say, I want to build something here.
Exactly.
I have undertaken some efforts along with our staff and with the Chamber of Commerce to identify certain kinds of businesses and go out and try to attract them.
Good.
A company called Orsem and another called the Vallejo Marine Terminal wish to construct a deep water port facility and a cement finishing plant on the site of the Sperry Mill. With me today is Mr. Peter Brooks, president of Fresh Air Vallejo. Peter, is Orcam bringing a green product to this community?
Orcam is not green. Orcam is dangerous, and Orcam is unhealthy.
One of the things we're looking for right now is a place for a bookstore.
Do you have any stuff?
Sure.
I'd like to proactively go out and recruit a bookstore. Solicit.
My sausage.
So economic development is certainly an important aspect of what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a community that has activities for our young people, so that our young people can have places to go and things to do on the weekend, after school, and just be totally involved in the community.
Sure.
It's not going to solve all of our youth problems, but it certainly will reduce
Quality
our
of
youth
life.
problem. Yes.
There's a policy problem. The board district, or the district, they always push away the cops and any media and tell everyone it's safe when it's not, because we've had riots up here that the media doesn't know about, that no one knows about.
And we lose sight of quality of life issues.
Sure.
Libraries, important, but we cut libraries. It's astounding to me that on the national and on the state level, when we have a shortage of funds, the first thing we do is cut quality of life projects. The first thing we do is we cut back on schools.
Sure.
Well, that's our whole future. If you don't educate our children, where are we going to be in the future?
And I believe the kids can say it best what is needed at school for their safety. They don't feel safe here, and there are things that the school board and the school district need to take care of to make these students feel safe.
Now, Mayor, we're almost out of time, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to also talk about this program that you're launching with the Chamber of Commerce?
The process was bankruptcy. Foreclosures were up, tax revenues down. The city was reeling after the Navy abandoned a shipyard there. 80% of the city budget was its ballooning payroll.
Spend it here.
And so, Mayor, unfortunately, this is TV. A half an hour is not enough time. Will you come back and see me?
Anytime you ask.
You promise?
I promise.
And I'm going to start looking for a trunk because I want to go to D.C. to see that inauguration. Well, listen, we want to thank His Honor, Mayor Osby Davis, for coming to see us. Really appreciate that. Very busy man. And to take time out just means the world to me, so I appreciate that. So listen, thank you for tuning in tonight. This is Real Talk. I'm your host, Leonard East, and this is where we keep it real. Thank you very much. Thank you.